What's up, everyone? In this video, I'm going to show you how to take your Game Boy Color from this to this. Let's get started. So first thing we need to do is remove the 6 tri-wing screws from the back of the Game Boy. With the back shell off, we need to remove the 3 Phillips screws securing the motherboard. Next, we want to unlock the ribbon cable from the motherboard, enabling us to remove the motherboard from the front shell. Pre-tin the C pin on the power switch here, and pre-tin the vias shown here. Now let's take a look at what we ordered. We have buttons and membranes, the display kit, the shell, and the stickers. In the display kit, you get the IPS laminated display, the ribbon cable, 3 wires, the touch sensor, and 1 sheet of insulating film. The shell I'm using is the FunnyPlaying Retro Pixel Laminated Custom Shell to accommodate the drop-in IPS display. First, apply the insulating film to the back of the IPS display panel. Then remove the backing from the adhesive strips on the side of the display. Install the display into the new shell, inserting the bottom of the panel first, then carefully press the lens to the shell. Next, we want to prep the ribbon cable by pre-tinning the pad shown here, then solder the 2 included wires to each pad. Carefully connect the ribbon cable to the IPS panel. Once connected, you can use some tape to hold the ribbon cable down. I used leftover insulating foam for this. Go ahead and connect the LCD ribbon cable to the motherboard and lock it in. You'll want to lay the motherboard adjacent to the front half of the shell to solder in the start and select wires. Solder a wire to the bottom, which is for start, and solder the other wire to the top, which is for select. Now you can install the buttons and membranes. After that, fold the motherboard down and secure in place with the 3 Phillips screws. Next, solder the touch sensor to the pad on the ribbon cable and solder it in a way that it will push the sensor to the top of the shell. Then solder the wire to the pre-tinned C-pin on the power switch, and then solder the other end to the pad labeled power on the ribbon cable. If you need to, use a piece of tape to securely hold the touch sensor to the top of the shell. Again, I used a piece of leftover insulating foam for this. Now install the IR cover, power switch, and then the back shell. Screw the shell down with the 6 tri-wing screws, put 2 AA batteries in, and install the battery cover. Then go ahead and install the console stickers. And that's it! The new improved Game Boy Color is ready for games. This IPS mod offers a 25% larger screen. You get 7 levels of brightness that change when tapping the touch sensor. And if you tap and hold the sensor, it'll activate the 5-pixel grid and scanline modes. Personally, I prefer the pixel grid overlay, as this gives that original Game Boy Color display aesthetic. Pressing and holding Start and Select will enable you to adjust 3 different settings. When the game portion of the logo is lit up, you can adjust the vertical orientation of the screen. Pressing Start will move it up, and pressing Select will move it down. Tapping the touch sensor will light up Boy, and this will enable you to adjust the horizontal orientation of the screen. Pressing Start moves the screen to the right, and pressing Select moves it to the left. Tapping the sensor one more time will light up the color portion of the logo, enabling you to change the logo's color. Pressing Start will move forward through the 26 color options, while pushing Select will go back to the previous color. To save your settings and exit the customizing mode, press and hold Start and Select until the full Game Boy Color logo is lit up. And that's everything. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Bye!